when you start healing yourself and you start dealing with what your parents did to you that hurt you, how big, no matter how big or how small, it doesn't matter. That's the thing. It doesn't matter. Even if your parents, for the most part, were really loving and did their best, there's still something in your child mind, or your brothers or sisters, or a neighbor, or a friend at school, or a teacher, just the shit that happened to you in your life. You have to let yourself feel that. And children, because the way we raise children, because our society is so suppressed, all kinds of shit is always happening around children, and they don't have anybody with them to process it. It's very rare. It's probably happening more and more now because people are becoming more enlightened and aware and conscious. But for most of us, and for a lot of kids growing up right now, there's a lot of unconscious parents out there who are doing things that are hurting their children. And I'm not just talking about incest or verbal abuse or emotional abuse or spiritual abuse. I'm talking simply not allowing their children to discover who they are. Because the parent is so empty inside and so unaware of their own source, their own energy source, that they project all of their stuff onto their kid. And that kid takes it on as if that's who they are. And turns into adults whose identity is not their own, but that of what was given to them by their parents. It happens all the time. It probably happened to you. So investigate that. Find that out. I mean, that is huge. It's not sexy. It's not sexy to do this kind of work. But it ain't about being sexy anymore. We've seen where that's gotten people. I mean, come on. Look at Britney Spears. Look at Paris Hilton. Look at, freaking Jessica Simpson and just these people who are sexy, and it's like, is that what you want? I mean, really? There is a real need to talk about things that people aren't talking about. And I think after 9/11, the United States started talking about things that we were not talking about. Kind of an awakening period for this country and for the world, because so much of what we do, America, affects so many people across the world directly, or it will begin affecting. It's just, we really do have the power to change the world. I believe that if this country can wake up and begin seeing themselves and the world differently, then we will be able to make good changes in the world that we can't even imagine right now. A lot of people just can't even fathom it. And it's not about, being a meddler. And if America wakes up and heals and deals with, and not just America, if Americans, if citizens of this country, and every other country has their thing they need to do, and it's probably similar, but maybe different lessons, rather than our lesson of, stop being a bully. Their lesson will be stop being a victim. And so if we're all working on ourselves, the bullies and the victims, then change will happen.
Let's cut out the melodrama so we can wake up the whole wide world. Let's make up and start all over and awaken the boys and the girls.